Welcome to our Dashboards video tutorial. Prognoz Platform Dashboard Designer provides you with rich functionality to generate analytical reports using business graphics quickly and easily, both in web and desktop applications. Prognoz Platform dashboards are available on mobile devices and online, and they can be integrated with portals and social software. So, what does a dashboard look like? A dashboard contains a set of components that are used to visualize various data. Multiple dashboards can be linked to each other. Let's open a sample interactive dashboard from the Prognoz Platform web application. This dashboard has two tabs. The first tab includes three visual components: a table, a chart, and a map. You can select data to be displayed in these visual components using the controls above them. The report title appears in the page header above the tabs. When you change the desired date range, the table view, the chart, and the map timeline refresh automatically. When you select a table area, the chart refreshes automatically to display the selected data. You can expand some dashboard components to full screen for a more in-depth analysis of the data displayed. You can also place predefined reports from the Prognoz platform on the dashboard. For example, on the second tab, you can find a regular report that analyzes multiple indicators for Brazil. Prognoz platform provides the same functionality for working with dashboards in both web and desktop applications. Let's create a new dashboard in the web application. Prognoz platform supports multi-language headers for dashboard blocks and visualizers. To enable multi-language headers, check multi-language on the sidebar. Prognoz platform supports automatic arrangement of blocks. This feature greatly simplifies the process of building a dashboard. The automatic arrangement of blocks is enabled by default. If you want to create your own layout, enable arbitrary arrangement of blocks. Let's keep automatic arrangement of blocks. Set the page background. Add a logo to the dashboard. Align the added component. Add the report title. Since we've kept automatic arrangement of blocks enabled, you're prompted for object layout options. To fix the object location, click the desired layout option. Let's customize the label's font format and location. Since the dashboard supports multiple languages, you can use the button on the right side of the input field to select a translation language. Select French and enter the translated report title. If you change the language in the browser, the report title will be translated automatically. Similarly, you can configure the translation of headers for all of the dashboard blocks and visualizers. Insert a container of the tabs type into the dashboard. Disable the tab fill. Since the automatic arrangement of blocks is enabled, the container immediately occupies all available space. If you are customizing block sizes manually instead, you can set alignment by using the binding item of the context menu or by using the same name area on the sidebar. Let's add one more tab. Place dashboard components on the first tab and a predefined regular report on the second tab. Enter tab names. The dashboard designer enables you to use external reports as dashboard components. For example, you can insert a regular report on the second tab. Select the desired report on the sidebar. Return to the first tab. Prognoz platform dashboards support data display as tables, maps, bubble charts, and charts, as well as bubble trees and tree maps, or indicators. Let's insert a table into the dashboard and select its data source from the list of accessible sources. The data source has 4 dimensions: calendar, countries, facts, and indicators. You can manage data display in the table by changing selections in these dimensions on the Selection tab. For example, let's analyze the South American countries for the period from 2000 to 2010. As an indicator to be analyzed, select GDP growth. Configure block borders, edge smoothing, and table paddings. Prognoz platform provides access to the pop-up visualizer control bar to control dashboard components, which enables you to display buttons only when they're needed. For example, using the control bar, you can expand the desired object to full screen, print it, or export it to various formats, including to a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. In addition, you can make certain visualizer settings, such as defining the table filter. For greater visual impact, you can use additional table formatting settings, like growth indicator over time. You can get statistics for the selected dataset using the relevant context menu item. For example, let's get statistics for GDP growth in Argentina. Display the data using the interactive map. To do so, duplicate the table and paste it to the right of the report sheet. Change the visualizer type to a map by using the corresponding context menu item. Using the map, you can compare indicator values across all countries at a glance, so select all countries. To enable the indicator selection, select the indicator dimension as metrics. You can also enable and configure territory labels, add tooltips containing information about the selected area, and customize their settings. The map visualizer supports various area fill types. You can use predefined patterns or specify colors at your own option. Prognost platform also supports 3D maps. After you select this feature, the second indicator is shown on the map as territory height. Let's display agricultural data. If you want to display additional indicators on the map, you can use micrographics, such as columns or pie charts. Place the height legend to the center across the bottom of the map. You can rotate the map to view it at any convenient angle. Let's represent data as a chart. To do this, duplicate the table once again and paste it at the bottom left of the report. Change the visualizer type to histogram using the context menu command. Now, all table data are displayed on the chart. This makes the chart cluttered. To keep the chart informative but not cluttered, let's select specific table data ranges. Synchronize data representation by countries in the table and on the chart, and keep links for the calendar dimension and indicator. First, bind the chart elements to the country's dimension. Then, select the table and specify selection transfer to the created link. Now, data displayed on the chart is synchronized with the data range selected in the table. Prognoz platform supports a broad variety of chart types. Let's add data labels to the chart. To manage the data representation directly from the sheet, add controls for the calendar, countries, and indicator dimensions to the dashboard. Insert 3 controls and 3 headers for them into the dashboard. To bind controls to the dimensions, first create appropriate links. You can create a link by clicking the same name button. To display the link button on the tool ribbon, select the desired group of visualizers and bind them to the desired dimension. Let's bind visualizers by the calendar dimension. Now, let's create another link by the country's dimension for the table data view. Let's also bind the table and the chart by the indicator's dimension. Bind the controls to the corresponding links. When you change the control selection, the source data selection refreshes in real time. You can also use a control as a button, which you can name and tie to one or more commands. Let's add a button to the dashboard for opening another dashboard containing detailed socioeconomic data around the world. When you edit the report, the button functionality is accessible through the Run command of the context menu. You can run the command by clicking the button in View mode. Business graphics components used in the report enable you to view socioeconomic indicators of countries over time. Let's go back to the created dashboard. Save what you've done and view the result. Let's change the control selections by specifying a new date range and different countries for display. Select the desired table rows to be visualized on the chart. Expand the map. As you move along the timeline, the map displays data corresponding to the selected period. Zoom in on the chart. Using the chart legend, you can control the display of data series on the chart. You can export table data to one of several supported formats. For example, you can export to a Microsoft Excel file. On the second tab, you find a regular report on the economic profile of Brazil. The created dashboard is accessible from both web and desktop applications. So, we've created the dashboard based on multi-dimensional cube data. Let's create a new dashboard based on a Microsoft Excel file. You can import data in 2 ways. You can use the main menu command of the report, or you can click the corresponding button on the sidebar, on which you should first add a visualizer. Let's add an Excel data source to the table placed on the dashboard, and choose a datasheet to be imported. You can complete import setup after selecting the desired file by clicking the Done button. The data source is created with the default settings. The Advanced Settings button enables you to define a specific set of properties for each type of imported file. To display file data in Map View, bind the created data source to an existing country dictionary. To this end, let's consider other import options. On the next page of the wizard, you can correct data formats and the names of fields and their contents. Then, you can adjust the dimension roles of the table to be imported. Now you need to select a data consumer. You can import data to a new data consumer by specifying its name and folder where it will be created. As a data consumer, you can also use an existing data source. Note, if you want to use an existing data source, you need to bind all imported dimensions to dimensions of the selected data consumer. Let's import the Excel data to the new World Bank cube and place it in the Data Sources folder. Now, you can bind the imported dimensions to the previously created dictionaries. Let's select the existing country dictionary and bind it by key field. After import completion, data from the created cube are automatically loaded to the dashboard table. Now, the cube data are available for analysis, and the cube can be used similarly for other data sources. For example, you can specify dimension selection. Moreover, you can change the visualizer type. In this way, you can configure a full-blown dashboard based on an Excel file and perform data analysis as needed. Save the created report. So, we've successfully created 2 dashboards. You can publish the Prognoz platform dashboards on corporate portals or on the internet. You can also print them, display them on mobile devices, or export them to external file formats. You can open the analytical report on your mobile device without publishing it on the server. To do so, export the desired report to a mobile file type. Moreover, you can insert the created dashboard in a Microsoft Office presentation with just one click. Our dashboards video tutorial is over. Thank you for your attention.